Hey everybody, it's Maz from Crypto to Crypto, and today we're going to be talking about the new trend going around with the Masternode scams. So, Masternodes in itself aren't scams, they serve a purpose, but put into the wrong hands, almost anything can be turned into a scam. So, recently what's going on is that people are taking advantage of the ability to fork legitimate coins or legitimate projects and create uh, basically a money printer. If you go to masternodes.online, you'll be able to go on there and see recently added masternode coins that offer on the surface what seem to be amazing ROIs. Some offering upwards of 4,500% in return on your investment. But there's a catch to this because nothing ever really comes free. Uh, it says 4,500%, and it sounds all well and good, but what does the project offer in itself outside? You have to ask yourself, what does the project in itself offer outside of just being a great way to gain some ROI, gain some funds? Uh, this is the problem that we're running into because I've been doing some digging and some research, and if you look at this list of Masternode coins, right, it's it's pretty terrible that I'm gonna say about 30% of them were created by the same group of people. They're the same group of people. All they do is just rename, rebrand, relaunch. What they do is, let's take for example one that was recently launched, TuneCoin. All right. So what they'll do is they'll take a coin such as Dash or Pivx and fork it off and create a super high yielding interest rate for the coin. Right? They to get their initial funds, they create a pre-mine, so they have a good amount of these tokens in their hands already. Right? These are the developers. They have a good amount of these tokens in their hands to begin with. They set up their master nodes so they're up and running. Uh, then they set the coin out to be mined and let people mine the coin so they can earn their masternodes. And they also, almost all of them do the same thing where they auction off between 15 and 20 masternodes from their pre-mine. Going into these discords, you'll notice that some of these masternodes are selling for 2 to 3 bitcoins each before they've even hit the market and have a valuation put on them. They're selling for this high because if you buy them in the auction before the coins can be mined or purchased on the exchange, that's how you end up with these super high ROIs. ROIs. I'm sorry. Uh, Taking Tune for example, each day the masternode will be spitting out 4,475 Tune coins to be split amongst all the masternode coins on the network. Well, if you get your masternode when there's only 10 masternodes on a network, that means you're going to be getting 447 coins per day while the network is still empty. And generally, it's a 2 week span between the time that the auctions are done and the time that the coins can be fully mined and purchased on the exchange. So 14 days, 447 coins per day. And then you just times that by the price that it launches on the exchange, right? Now, when it launches on the exchange, there's a big demand for it because the expected ROI is so high. And if you're expecting to get a lot of money back, you're more going to be more willing to pay. So Tune, for example, when it launched on the exchange, it launched at $40 per token. Correct? $40 per token. Cool. That's $40 per token times 447 times 14, and uh, that's how much that the initial Masternode purchasers, the ones that purchased in the auction, were able to take home. So if we do the math, we have 40. We have 40 times 447 times 14. All right. So this is gonna sound egregious, but for those that were lucky enough to be able to get their masternode for those 2 to 3 BTC, and you're gonna see this is exactly why they're willing to pay it. They now have it in their hand for the first day, and obviously the price rose for a couple days. $250,000 worth of tokens. $250,000 worth of tokens. All right. Now, that's just for the people that purchase the masternodes in the auction. You also have to take into account that a lot of these developers are pre-mining, and they're taking 300,000 coins in their pocket to begin with before anything even starts. So if they even just siphoned off 1,000 per day, they're taking home 40 grand per day or per sell order, because they can do it multiple times because there's going to be such a high demand for the high ROI. They can clear millions in days using this scam. The reason I call it a scam is because there are a couple of factors that come into play. One, the tokens literally do nothing but print themselves. The team of usually the team of developers, which is usually just one developer who stays anonymous and whose name on the GitHub is going to be generally the name that the coin is. Uh, they don't do any updates aside something that needs to be fixed with the Masternode itself. The coin has no roadmap, has no plans, no team aside from the developer pushing the coin and the one admin pushing the coin, and they serve no purpose. They literally do nothing but allow the people that got in early to get paid big, and those that come after to get screwed. Why do I say screwed? At its peak, ToonCoin was going for. Give me a second. ToonCoin at its peak was going for $82,500 for one ToonCoin Masternode, right? At its peak, today's price, and its peak was exactly 1 week ago. Today's price for that same ToonCoin Masternode, you will pay a hefty $14,000. $14,000. So those that got in early, they were able to eat well, and those that came in after are kind of kicking themselves because they really took a hit on the price of what they originally invested in. So this is the new scheme. I'm not all masternodes are scams. You have good ones such as Dash, uh, Pivx and Dash. You have Neos. You have Zcoin, Ion, Core. These are coins that have plans. They have development. They've been around, and they're not just looking to do quick hits and runs. So just look out for that. When you come on this site, you can see the ROI. It's super high. Doesn't mean that you're gonna a couple of things. It doesn't mean that the coin's gonna be around long enough for you to completely get this ROI, and it doesn't mean that you won't get burned. Just the charts speak for themselves, and it can get pretty messy depending on where you purchase your coin. Like imagine this: this person's down 90%. Oh snap! Two coins up. Tune is actually at $1.27. So this person's down 90% from its peak. You know, so just keep that in mind whenever you're. I'm sorry, 90% from 24 hours ago. So it was actually $55. So this whoever purchased that 55 is probably feeling that pressure right now. So just keep that in mind whenever you're looking at Masternode coins. I'm going to be doing a review on how to search GitHubs and search teams and how to spot scams to begin with. But not everything that glitters gold. And keep your eyes open for what's going to be coming soon. This is Mash from Crypto to Crypto. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.